The only available engine in the new Colorado is the 2.7-liter turbo GM engine. It's offered in two versions, 237 horsepower and 310 horsepower. By the way, the 310 horsepower L3B version is also used in the Silverado truck. Surprisingly, it's also used in the Cadillac CT4. So this is a 4-cylinder all-aluminum engine offering 2.7 liters of displacement. These shafts are driven by the chain. There are phasers on both camshafts. Also, the engine has hydraulic lifters. The Borg-Warner turbocharger is not that bad in terms of durability and efficiency. One of the interesting systems is the AFM, or Active Fuel Management. It has three scenarios. The first one is when all four cylinders work in standard mode. Also, there is a low valve lift system when valves are only partially open. This reduces the power of the engine. When your truck is driven on a highway and the vehicle only needs a fraction of the initial engine power, the camshafts may slide to the third position. In this scenario, the system turns off two cylinders and leaves two of them working. This only sounds cool because this system has become one of the major problems with the 4-cylinder engine. By the way, this is the first engine model with just 4 cylinders, where General Motors applied its cylinder deactivation feature. There are tons of complaints all over the internet, and the AFM seems to still be working poorly even after a lot of updates and changes from GM engineers. I don't think the cylinder deactivation system is a good way to go with a 4-cylinder engine. Also, the engine has issues with carbon buildup if it isn't driven a lot on highways. Once every 60,000 miles, you will need to clean the valves, otherwise the engine may stop working properly, especially with the low valve lift feature. One more thing is injector issues and also the high pressure fuel pump problems. It appears that too many owners file complaints to these systems under warranty, and you are lucky if it's under warranty, because if you need to pay for HPFP replacement in this vehicle, you will be very surprised by the price of the parts and labor. This creates potential problems for post-warranty driving. Among interesting features, this engine has a variable pressure oil pump. Fortunately, I haven't heard about any issues with this pump. By reducing oil pressure at idling, it saves energy and fuel. Also, it can work at high pressure if needed when the engine is loaded. This is a good feature for a truck engine. One more thing is the electric water pump with active thermal management. The engine warms up faster, reducing the risk of cold driving problems. Also, your heater starts working faster in winter, which adds to the comfort of driving the truck. But it's still hard to say how this pump will act at high mileage engines, so it's one more thing to pay attention to. The timing chain seems to be pretty good, and there have been no serious problems with it so far. Other than that, the engine will most likely bother you with just minor problems, but in my opinion, GM has taken too much power from just 4 cylinders, and a lot of experts are very careful when estimating the potential average lifespan of this engine. I believe it should be fine to drive about 200,000 miles, but I highly doubt it can last much more than that due to a lot of pretty complicated technologies.